Hi, and welcome to TaxTalk UK, where we talk about all things tax and cover other important aspects of working for yourself. So today I'm going to talk about keeping your accounts in Excel in a spreadsheet. Before I do, if I could please ask you to take a moment to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you will easily be able to refer back to this information if you need to. And also to be able to find other information that we have available on a whole wide range of topics, all aimed at supporting you in your self-employment, and that you can have a browse through our playlists, where you will find the videos that are most appropriate for your situation. And of course, if you do find the information useful, please do take a moment to hit the like button. That helps us to understand which questions to focus on, which topics people are finding the most helpful for us to answer. So back to keeping accounts in a spreadsheet then. So we were asked if it's possible to still keep accounts in Excel, and or if this is an alternative to using MTD software. So ultimately the answer, the simple answer is yes, you can keep your accounts in a spreadsheet. And you will need to then use bridging software. So it doesn't mean that you don't then need to comply with Making Tax Digital, but you will need bridging software to be able to enable this. We don't especially cover this on the channel. It can obviously it can be a solution, particularly if you are used to keeping spreadsheets. You can do that, and for people that ask what information that they should keep in their spreadsheets, then really it's about organizing it so that the information works best for you. There's no point in setting up a spreadsheet that's so complicated that you can't remember easily how, what information you need to put in it, because then by default you're not going to maintain that information. So in terms of sales, you will need to keep a record of all of your sales. And in terms of purchases, you will need to keep a record of your purchases, but not only just a basic record of the purchases, but broadly categorize the purchases into columns that reflect the information that you would need to enter into your tax return at the end of the period. And of course, if you are VAT registered, then you would also need to keep a record of the VAT element on your spreadsheet. And as I mentioned earlier, you can for MTD for VAT, there is bridging software available that enables you to comply with the MTD requirements. And it is expected that when MTD for ITSA becomes mandatory for sole traders, that the bridging software will also be available then. Currently, there's no indication at all from HMRC how long that bridging software will be acceptable. Although it is very much positioned as an interim, sort of to switch over. It's certainly not likely anytime soon that you would need to change from there. Having said that, there's still obviously a cost implication to have the bridging software. So certainly anybody that's going that route just to save the cost should be aware of that. And of course, ultimately, much as the digital era is a big change for a lot of people, Of course, once we're using our MTD software and we're confident with what we're doing in there, it can help to remove errors, making our accounts more accurate. And of course, using a spreadsheet, especially if it's not something that you've already been doing and you're going to be sort of setting up, can of course introduce errors. And as MTD for ITSA becomes mandatory, currently expected to be in April 24. This is going to be obviously another aspect of, if you're already VAT registered, you already will be needing to comply with MTD for that. So it'd be another aspect that you will need to look at the bridging software, and make sure that your spreadsheet does encompass all of the information. So this, as I say, the simple answer is yes, it's fine to use a spreadsheet. You need to know that if you're VAT registered, you will need bridging software. You still need to submit in an MTD compliant way at some point, but not on the horizon at this point in time. The ability to use spreadsheets will go. You are not going to save yourself the cost by using spreadsheets, because you will still need to pay for bridging software. So really, it seems a sensible option to try to get to grips with the MTD software right from the start, because then you still obviously have the getting to grips with it, getting it set up the same as you would have with a spreadsheet, but then you will have a lot more benefits from the software once you are up and running with it. Not namely accuracy, as long as you are confident and you're checking that you're entering all of your transactions correctly and everything's getting entered into your software, which is no different from a spreadsheet. But you will also, at the tip of your fingertips, have information on your profit and loss and your balance sheet, which clients haven't paid you yet, which suppliers you still need to pay. All that information will be at the touch of your fingers in MTD software, whereas in a spreadsheet, of course, there will be work to do to be able to calculate those figures. So ultimately, although the answer is yes to spreadsheets, if you are already using a comprehensive spreadsheet system, then perhaps that makes more sense to look at the bridging software. But ultimately, HMRC's vision is that everybody will ultimately be switching to software in the long run. So the sooner you get to grips with that, much as it's very difficult for some people, harder for some than others, for a lot of people there are a lot of benefits once you are all set up. So I hope this helps answers the question about spreadsheets. And thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel, and please do like the video if you found it helpful. Thank you. Goodbye.